Greed. It does funny things to people. You can find yourself so wrapped up in wealth, you forget what's really important to you. I learned my lesson the hard way, years ago. Now, I see money as nothing more than what it is, a means to an end. Gold. It does funny things to people as well. Makes them move across the world, just for the hope of pulling it out of a river. People fight for it. They die for it. And they kill for it. The gold rushes of the 1800s are long over. Now, all that remains are a few communities out in the middle of nowhere. Strangers, crazies, and outcasts, trying to hit it big with that last big score. Madman's Mountain. A nondescript mountain in the Canadian Rockies. You could walk right by it and not notice anything wrong. Try staying a night, though, and the locals say you will never be the same. It will drive you mad at best, if you're lucky. If you're not, you'll never be seen again. But there's a river that comes down off that mountain, and in that river, gold. This gold is unique. Some say it can bring out the crazy in those around it. Drives you crazy with greed. Needless to say, you better be ready for trouble if you go looking for Madman's gold. In 1920, as a professor at Miskatonic University, I came across a small sample of this strange gold. It had unusual magnetic properties and traces of something that I could not identify without larger samples. I submitted a proposal to spend the summer break in Canada studying this. I've been here for almost 2 months. It's time to head back, but I can't. I find myself with more questions than before, and hungry for answers. On my first night off the train, I stayed in a small town known as Barkerville. In a bar there, I met Tom, a foreigner who had run afoul with the locals over a card game. I got him out of a tough jam. He agreed to help me and guide me to the mountain. Together, we found and cataloged dozens of samples. Not just of the strange gold. Many ores that come down off that mountain and its rivers have strange properties. I received a letter from the dean. They've sent someone to help me finish up and head back. I think there's more to this stranger. I can feel a weight in the skies, as if something is looking down on me from above, as if the mountain is watching, waiting. The air is filled with potential.
Tom, come on over here. Coffee's hot. It's not going to stay that way.
All right, all right. Boy, you sure took Howard for a ride last night in that card game.
I wanted that crystal, the one he found in the King River.
Bill, you are one single-minded white man.
Look at those mountains. Can't get over how big they are. Got nothing like that out in Arkham.
Some of the natives here say that these mountains were created when a god fell from the sky. That's why they say these mountains are so special.
You've been talking to Stuart again, huh? Guy sure likes to pull people's legs with his made-up legends. You watch his wife. She rolls her eyes every time he gets into telling one of them.
So, what's the plan this week?
Oh, they're pushing for me to return to the school. The Dean, Dr. Halsey, wrote me. I figure if we pull a long week this week, we should have enough samples. I'll need you to spend the next 3 or 4 days gathering.
What, you don't want me around when this Mr. Lovelace arrives? Are you embarrassed of your old friend, Mad Tom?
Yes, Tom. You're an embarrassment to this fine establishment. No, I'm just most concerned that Mr. West is going to try and strong-arm me back to Arkham. You know, if he does, we're going to need everything gathered by the end of the week.
You got it, boss.
Have you given any thought to my offer?
There is no place for me in a white man's university. But I appreciate your kindness.
All right, but just give it some more thought, will you? I mean, you're just as crazy as many of the professors there. You'd be in fine company. Among your peers.
Mr. Dyer?
Huh. Well, hello there. Where did you come from?
Barkerville.
That's a long walk.
I know. Move over. Oh. Is that what I think it is?
Well, yes, it is. Here. Help yourself. Miss, you are my kind of lady.
What is that, paint thinner?
That's a little something made by one of the local boys. It's good for starting fires, cleaning pots, scaring off bears.
Well, I'd hate to think I've traveled all this way just to poison myself, so.
William Dyer. And you are?
Amanda Lovelace. Your friends at Miskatonic University sent me.
Now, why would they send a pretty little thing like you out into the wilds of British Columbia?
I've been sent by Dr. Halsey and Dr. Armitage. They said something about you having a weakness for the ladies. They also warned me you might try and get fresh.
So Alan and Henry sent you. They're the sly dogs.
Do tell.
You look like someone. But that's a much longer story. I suppose you want to see some of my findings. Here are some of my notes. I should show you this first. This is my latest find. It's a crystal. Can't wait to show this to Professor Ellery.
Yeah, I can see it from here, thank you.
I'm sure that you and Miskatonic's leading authority on chemistry can get very excited about your rock. When you return, that is. And about that, I've been told not to return without you.
Well, I won't be able to return for a few days yet. My man Tom is collecting the last of our samples, and so I would imagine that you could probably find some very comfortable lodging out in Barkerville.
Mr. Dyer, I traveled across the North American continent to find you. I'm not going to let you out of my sight until we're back in Arkham. The Dean has been kind enough to offer me a position in the creative writing department if I could retrieve you. So, here I am, and here I intend to stay.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then would you mind accompanying me to the west side of Madman's Mountain tomorrow?
I would be delighted, Mr. Dyer. Where shall I put my things?
Please, call me Bill. And anywhere you like. But I would imagine underneath that tree will give you the most cover.
Several days passed quickly with Amanda. She was so much like Adda. It's hard to believe. Intelligent, strong, and passionate about everything. I can see why Alan chose her. Her resemblance to Adda is uncanny. They could be related if I didn't know better. Strange, though. She smiles at me, but she won't let me even close to her. She won't sit closer than a few feet from me.
Oh, Bill, these last few days have been wonderful. These mountains are so amazing. I could stay here forever. You could too, you know. We could be together again just like before.
What do you mean?
It's me, Bill. Adda. I didn't think you'd believe me. This place brought me back for you.
Adda's dead, Amanda. Stop horsing around. I don't know what the other people has told you, but this isn't funny.
Do you remember the first night we met at the spring social? You gave me that big quartz rock and I hated it, but you were so proud of yourself I couldn't say anything.
Adda? No. How?
This place is special, Bill. These mountains can grant your wishes, but you have to put back what you stole.
Crystal? I don't understand.
Throw it away, Bill. Throw it far away.
Okay, I must be dreaming or I'm losing it.
No, Bill, it's me. You left me. Don't you want to make that right? You abandoned me. I died alone because you were too busy with your work. You let your wife die alone. But we can be together again. You just have to get rid of that crystal that's keeping us apart.
Crystal is special. It's the only thing that proves my theory about this mountain.
Throw it away, Bill.
What is it about this crystal? What's your problem with this?
Tom!
What happened?
Last thing I remember, I was running and Adda, a man... Tom, have you seen a woman? You wouldn't believe there's this thing that... She said she was Adda, my dead wife. Tom, we must get out of here.
You are right. We need to get out of here today. That was no woman.
What do you mean? My things. Where are my things? Tom, why are you talking so strange?
I want to be honest with you, as you have been so honest with me. I will lay things out as straight as I can. My sister and I are trapped in these mountains. We have been for a very long time. I can roam farther than she can, all the way to Barkerville, but we both suffer from a condition, you may call it. We've been collecting samples just like you. Unlike you, we need these samples to leave this place. We've almost gathered enough. But Bill, that sample you have, if we get that, we can finally be free and leave this place.
Sister. Tom, have you been drinking too much moonshine? Your sister? She said she was Adda, my late wife.
She can look like many things. I cannot. Bill, we've been trapped in these mountains for eons. We were once slaves in the frozen north, beaten, tortured. We escaped to the south, only to become stuck here. My sister is cruel and vindictive and patient. The locals know her as the Wendigo. You are no longer safe here. I must get you out. But I cannot do so until you remove that crystal from your person.
This crystal? I need this. This is my greatest find. Didn't you say you needed this too? Tom, why can't you come near this?
It is a type of fuel. With the right keys, it can open doors to amazing places, cities beyond wonder. Please, get rid of it so I can get you out of here. It's been a pleasure, Mr. Dyer. It really has.